Before any of you judge me for wearing the same hoodie as the last video, just know I'm wearing it because this is a video about food in PA, and what's more PA than a Shroot Farms hoodie? Like,
True.
if you know, you know. Hey! Hey!
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. So we're sitting here in our empty little apartment, ready to move out.
Sitting on the cold, bare floor.
And so we thought it fitting that today we share our favorite places in Mechanicsburg. One of the things I really like about living right in the borough of Mechanicsburg is that there's a lot of good restaurants that we can walk to.
Like this one.
Yep, so the first one we went to is Capital Joe, my favorite local coffee shop.
It's a nice little jaunt over there.
It is. Before COVID hit, I used to go there a lot to edit videos and to read and stuff like that. Yeah, we really like their lattes. I really like their tea lattes. So like chai latte, lemon fog, they have a Harrisburg fog. That's fun. We love Capital Joe, as you can see. Another Joe that we really like is JoJo's Pizza, which is just a little bit further down the block. I love it there. It's one of my favorite pizza places that I've ever been to. I really appreciate how symmetrical the pizza slices are. There's not one piece that's gigantic and a couple of smaller pieces.
So it doesn't even matter how it tastes.
No, and it tastes great on top of that, but like, that goes without saying.
The first thing you said. Symmetry.
We got their buffalo chicken pizza the last time we were there. I also really love their calzones.
Also, they make fresh cannolis.
Next up is Snappers. Snappers is right around the corner. We first went to Snappers before we lived just a couple minutes away. We went at least once before we moved here. They have good burgers, they have good sandwiches, they have good like entrees, you know, like pasta dishes
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
they'll have good
It can be a little
specials.
fancier, but it's also like a bar and it has bar food.
I like a good seafood dish there.
Jambalaya.
The jambalaya, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And
That was
the Cajun mac and cheese. I'm hungry now. I love their boneless buffalo wings. I think they're the best boneless buffalo wings I've ever had.
Ever?
I think so.
Nice crispiness to
So
them.
crunchy.
And they're like coated nicely with the buffalo juice.
Boneless buffalo wings with a couple of beers is an ideal night there.
No, it's even closer than Snappers.
What?
Dad's
Dad's Garage.
greasy goodness.
Mm-hmm. Hangover food.
For real.
Speaking of a long menu, like, whoa.
Everything is like greasy and delicious, but not like gross greasy. I never feel like garbage after I eat.
Yeah.
I mean, we ate those burgers the other day when we were moving stuff. That was like my food. That was like my fuel.
It sat like a rock
Yeah,
in my
everybody else was
stomach.
like,
This one was like, I'm feeling better than ever.
it's like,
We featured them twice in this video because they have great breakfast, but you
Wait.
can't talk about them without talking about their burgers.
yeah, so the burgers, they have the
Downtown burger with mac and cheese. Oh my god. I got the Louisiana burger, which was like Cajun with blue cheese. Oh,
so
so
good.
good. They have so many
Memphis.
interesting combos. Yeah, they have like a pulled pork one with onion rings on top.
They
You
have
know,
a-
they have all your standard burgers
Yeah, like
too.
the good
but
standard basic ones. Like, and they do it right. They do it well.
If you're not in the mood for a burger, they have fried chicken there. So bummed because their waffle maker's been down because that's like my favorite thing there is their
Right.
chicken and waffles and then their breakfast.
Yeah, they have an awesome omelet menu. The Happy Wife is the one that has the mac and cheese on it. It sounds sexist. I'll eat that all day, every day. Like my other favorite omelet from there, I think it's like the Dad's signature omelet. I think that's what they
With
call
the
it.
spinach and
Has,
stuff.
yeah, it has sausage and spinach and feta. Yeah.
That was a good one.
And I just love how I can eat a huge meal from there and like feel great. No, it's even closer than Dad's.
What?
Zedarelli's.
Zedarelli's.
You should show the
I
people how
can
close
see
it is.
them out our window. It is dangerously close. And they do slices too. Like, how could you not? I like JoJo's Pizza better than Zedarelli's. No offense, Zedarelli's. But I think Zedarelli's has really good bone-in wings, especially. Like, they're really
They were like
tasty.
surprisingly good.
Yeah, and they have a lot of different flavors too.
You really don't have to go further than classic buffalo though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just good because the chicken is really tasty, you know? The next one on my list is a new favorite for me. I'm not sure when they opened, but I recently discovered Chef de Crate. And if you know me, you know I love crepes. So there's this like gourmet crepe place right down the road, again, like a block away, and they have some amazing savory options. They have like a Mexican breakfast one, they have a Philly cheesesteak crepe, a salmon and cream cheese one, and they have really good dessert crepes too. They have like a lot of different options, like an Oreo one, an apple pie one. I really like it there. It's a new favorite, but I've been like 4 times in the last couple weeks. And the last place I want to talk about that's within walking distance is Larson Meadworks. This was one of our favorite places. Unfortunately, they haven't been open for a while because of COVID, because it's this tiny little hole-in-the-wall place right around the corner from us. They sell mead, which is alcohol formed from honey. It's really cool. I've never had it before going to Larson Meadworks. They make all sorts of different combos with it. The owner is really awesome. Like, he will sit you down and give you a flight of his favorites. You know, you can order specific flights, or you can say, like, surprise me.
And you had like a few that, like, some of them tasted like beer, some tasted like wine, some tasted like a standard mead.
Yeah.
It was a nice range. Going there and getting a flight, I wish we could do that still today.
Me too.
I'm bummed.
But yeah, there were some interesting combos, like a jalapeno one that was like spicy. He makes different cocktails with mead and just really was like very informative too, which I think is cool for a place like a meadery because nobody really knows much about mead. And then there's so many other places that we could list that are a further drive away, but I want to talk about 2 in particular. The first one is Appalachian Brewing Company. There's quite a few breweries actually around here that we've tried, but the one that we visited the most was Appalachian Brewing Company in Mechanicsburg. You know, we went and we picked up a growler of beer. I don't think we have been since before COVID, but we would go quite a bit, like especially during football season.
They have good food too.
They do have good food. We're looking at the menu and I'm pretty sure we've tried like everything. They don't have a huge menu, but everything they do like really well.
The balsamic blue cheese brew house chips.
Those are good.
The cheddar ale soup.
Yeah, you love their soups.
I love that. I love
The soup or the chili, like you would get every single time.
The burgers are good. I like their entrees even better though. Like Brewer's mac and cheese. They got brats, pierogies and brats, the Mile High meatloaf.
Oh yeah, that meatloaf.
It's a place I would go like by myself too. You can like just go sit at the bar,
Yeah.
watch a game, get a good meal and a couple good local brews. They have a good operation there.
And then the last place I want to talk about that's also a drive away is Duck Donuts.
Duck Donuts is delicious.
It's so delicious.
Like the donuts are so nice and warm.
Yeah.
So you can customize your options there.
Yeah, you like
You can get all
pick your frosting and then your toppings, and they make it right in front of you.
And they also have like, if you can't sit there and think on the spot of like what you would want, they have
Different combos you might like peanut butter jelly, maple bacon. What did you get?
it was like blueberry pie or something. It was really good.
I got like a chocolate coconut peanut thing.
These are like nice and warm and soft and delicious.
So those are our favorites in Mechanicsburg. If you live in the Mechanicsburg area and you have tried these places, leave a comment down below of which of these is your favorite. And if you haven't, leave a comment down below of which one you want to try. I really enjoyed going back to all of our favorites. I mean, it was for this video, but also just like one last time at all our favorite places for the last few years. I hope you guys liked this video. If you do, click that thumbs up button down below and press subscribe and the notification bell next to it so that you don't miss a video. I hope you guys have an awesome week and
I'll see you next week.